You see your soul pour out, sensation that you rarely ever get. Anomaly, now she got me crying, she got me laughing, she got me moving, she got me dancing, in and out with it, every time she kills it, crushed, dancing like that girl on Instagram. I wanna be like her, a million followers, moving like a swan, singing like a bird, dancing like that girl on Instagram. I wanna be like her, a million followers, moving like a swan, singing like a bird. Doesn't seem to be afraid to give away too much. I read a book and it makes me blush. I know she can't be one of us, not one of us. The stories I see from TV, you can't make up. She wears it on her sleeve. She gives it all, but it's not enough. Never enough. Now she got me crying, she got me laughing, she got me moving, she got me dancing, in and out and with it, every time she kills it, dancing like that girl on Instagram. I wanna be like her, a million followers, moving like a swan, singing like a bird, dancing like that girl on Instagram. Wanna be like her, a million followers, moving like a swan, singing like a bird.
She's looking, and she's just beginning. Whatever she does next, will keep on looking. Make your hair stand up. It's a new way of giving, saying life is the lesson. The lesson you've been missing, you've been missing, you've been missing. Yes, life, 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 life.
Dancing like that girl on Instagram. I wanna be like her, a million followers, moving like a swan, singing like a bird. Dancing like that girl on Instagram. Wanna be like her, a million followers, moving like a swan, singing like a bird. Dancing like that girl. Wanna be like her, a million followers, moving like a swan, singing like a bird, dancing like that girl on Instagram. Wanna be like her, a million followers, moving like a swan, singing like a bird.
Hey, out there, can you hear me? What's taking you so long? Something's wrong. Now I gotta imagine it, taking to the sky, making my escape tonight. Something ain't right. Caught in Babylon. I got my helmet on. Feel like I don't belong. Countdown till I'm gone, 'cause I'm tired. Living in a world without love. It's not the way it should be. Feels so alien to me, alien to me. 'Cause I'm tired. Living in a world without love. It's not the way it should be. Feels so alien to me, alien to me. Like a shot of this planet from outer space. I think it's safe to say it doesn't look like a safe place. Oh no. this. Ooh, baby, I'm tired. Living in a world without love. It's not the way it should be. Feels so alien to me, alien to me. 'Cause I'm tired. Living in a world without love. It's not the way it should be. Feels so alien to me, alien to me.
That's 3 tracks getting this hour of AJ on your radio underway. We started with a track from 1992, which reached number 1 here in the UK and stayed for 8 weeks, and is still the longest running UK number 1 single by a female duo. That was Shakespeare's Sister Stay. We then had 2 tracks from a recent featured album here on the show, the album being Gold by Marcella Detroit. We had the opening track, Girl on Instagram, and followed it up with the last single taken from the album, Alien to Me. And I'm delighted to say that the lady responsible for the album, Marcella Detroit, has agreed to join me once again here on AJ on your radio to talk about the album. Hi, Marcella.
Hi, Alan, and hello to all your listeners. Hope everybody's okay.
Well, I think everybody in the world's as well as can be expected at the moment.
Yeah, I know I'm going completely mad. That's why I created my album during the lockdown last year. It was really the only way I could deal with the madness that was going on outside was to be creative and get it all out through my music. Otherwise, I'd be in the corner going.
Of course, this is your second album of the year.
Oh, well, you're talking about on my website, Marcella.
Yes.
Detroit. Yeah, MarcellaDetroit.rocks. We have released over 180 songs, like songs, music that people have never heard before, comprised of demos. There's even an album called Made in Detroit, which I created probably about 5 years ago, but it never came out. So, I mean, if you really want to just, get on the website and just listen. I don't know how many hours that would be, but there's at least 10 hours of music for people to listen to.
The album you've joined us to talk about, as I said, is entitled Gold because you're celebrating 50 years in music.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 50 years. I can't believe it. When I made my decision, when I was just a teenager, I was like, this is what I'm going to do with the rest of my life. And then the journey started. And I haven't stopped. And I probably won't stop for a while yet. As long as I can do it, I will do it. I just love being creative. And this album is a celebration of my 5 decades in music. And there's even a song on the album called Gold, which is about my relationship with my husband, partner in crime. He's a Brit. I had to import one because I couldn't find an American candidate. So I was like, he'll do. Now it's a great relationship, great partnership. And, he's my best friend and the father of my child. So, I'm very lucky that I found him. And his name is Lance, by the way. Lance.
That's what I was going to say. Yes, I was actually going to mention the gentleman's name.
His name is Lance Aston. He's star of stage and screen in the West End in London and was in a lot of musicals, great musicals like Cats and Chorus Line, and she's a great superstar. And Elton John, he worked with Elton in videos, and he was one of the dancers on Top of the Pops. And he's just really talented and he helped me write some songs on the album as well. We were in lockdown. I was like, okay, I want to write a song about Mother Nature. And I want it to sound like this. I gave him this artist that I really liked. I said, I want it to sound like this. I want it to be really kind of electronic and ominous. And it's called Vicious Bitch. Can I say that?
Yes, you can. Yes.
Anyway, so yeah, I had this idea when the pandemic started, because I was thinking about Mother Nature, and all of a sudden we're in lockdown, and how Mother Nature can be so wonderful, and then she'll throw you this pandemic, and you just watch everybody scurrying, into their homes and venturing out to, get what you call loo roll. Here we call toilet paper. I mean, we couldn't find any for 2 weeks, but aside from that, yeah, it's about Mother Nature and how she can be so wonderful, and then she'll throw you a pandemic to deal with, and we're still dealing with it, really 2 years later. So all the songs had to do with things that I was going through during the pandemic.
So they're all freshly written songs, yes, unlike Made in Detroit, which were previously unreleased songs.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah.
They were newly penned songs, never been released before. All new. Actually, I wrote 70 songs during the pandemic. I really don't want to, do like a 7-sided CD, really the 7 CDs. So I just kind of, we called the songs and picked the best ones that fit. Actually, the first 10 that are on the CD, which was a limited edition release, that was the official album. But I had done some live streams during the pandemic and introduced some new songs. So I decided, because the fans really loved some of those songs, that I would include them on the album. It was pretty wild and kept us busy, Yeah.
And mentioning your live streams, I was a regular viewer to those. They were great. The way you interacted with your audience was absolutely brilliant.
Thank you. I love my fans, and without them, But yeah, I love interacting with my fans, and I'm really proud of the fact that they're all really nice, really kind, compassionate people. The ones that I've interacted with, they're all really, really nice people.
You mentioned the track. A few radio stations were either not keen on playing or didn't mention the full title, that being Vicious Bitch. So just to prove 2 for 2, it's that bit daring. We played it at the time, and we'll play it again now. This is Vicious Bitch by Marcella's Detroit from her album Gold.
She gives, she breaks, she doesn't fix, you make the most of it. She cries when you're happiest, she fights when you give up, generous when there's enough. She hides, but in plain sight she can be kind for a little while. I think I need therapy, situations got the best of me. This roller coaster's going down, I'm up, I'm sideways on the ground. Powers that be are out of control, the lights are on but nobody's home. Hey everybody, you're on your own. The winters can get old. In springtime she comes alive, beautiful in her summer dress. But sometimes she's just a vicious bitch. Vicious bitch. A vicious bitch. She smiles and you are blessed, brings trials, and you're a mess, repeats the lesson too. Until you get it, it's up to you. You wouldn't be able to do these things to me if I wasn't such a feeble machine. Her winters can get cold. In springtime she comes alive, so beautiful in her summer dress. But sometimes she's just a vicious bitch. Vicious bitch. Oh, vicious bitch. Oh yeah. Situations out of control. I think I need some therapy. I think I need some therapy. Situations got the best of me. This roller coaster's going down. I'm up, I'm tired.
242 Radio.
Yes, I've loved you forever, even before we met. We could go on for 10,000 days and not get tired of it. And you can be the captain of our fearless ship. And we know that love is steering us when we're in the deep of it. So let the rain keep pouring, the wind can blow us around the bend. Our love can handle it. And when the sky is falling, we feel like calling an end to it. Our love can handle it. Now we'll go through the pages and take our time. We'll throw the book down and pick it up. Take it in our stride. So let the rain keep pouring, the wind can blow us around the bend. Our love can handle it. And when the sky is falling, we feel like calling an end to it. Our love can handle it. We'll see better days, find beauty in mistakes, 'cause we know our love is gonna last. So you love your upper lady, took her for your wife, and you'll run through burning meadows for her. Give her your life. So let the rain keep pouring, the wind can blow us around the bend. Our love can handle it. And when the sky is falling, we feel like calling an end to it. Our love can handle it. Our love can handle it. Our love can handle it.
That's two tracks from a recent featured album here on AJ on your radio, Gold by Marcella Detroit. We played the first single taken from the album, Vicious Bitch, and we followed it with a favourite of Marcella's from the album, Our Love Can Handle It. Another two great tracks there, Marcella.
Yeah, I love Our Love Can Handle It. My husband Lance helped me write that as well. And it's simply, I was thinking about, we're going through this thing together. It was just he and I, having to deal with what was going on in the outside world. And that thought ran through my head. We're so lucky to have each other, and our love can handle it. I work with titles. I get ideas for titles, and that title came to me. And as long as it's a title that I feel can, have a lot of I can get a lot of inspiration and information from, and something that really inspires me. That's how I like to write. Usually it's autobiographical, and everything on this album is things that matter to me. I don't usually write, just about, things that don't really matter to me or that I don't know about. I write about the human condition. I write about love. I write about social injustice. I write about the world. I write, about things that are important to me. So yeah, that song came at like when we were in the middle of the pandemic, and I feel it was very important. Lance helped me write it, and I should say that I had the MD, the musical director, not doctor, by the way. MD does not stand for doctor; it stands for musical director of Shakespeare's Sister. For our 2019 reunion tour, his name is Richard Bundy. I sent him some songs and I said, would you be interested in mixing these? Because, we do our little demos here. And I have a lot of people say, well, those are really great. You could just, have somebody tweak those. But I wanted to get someone have a slightly different take on them. So I sent them to Richard, and he remixed the first 10 songs on the album. Yeah. And we loved what he did. It's really dramatic, really dramatic and beautiful. And Lance sang on it with me as well.
Well, before we go out with the title track of the album, Gold, what are your plans for 2022?
It's all, I don't even know what my plans are for next week. I mean, we were thinking about going to Las Vegas because we have friends there. But then with this new variant, we've just decided that most people, I just don't trust people are going to do the right thing. So we're just going to stay home and see friends that we know are, being conscientious and careful. And we're just going to hang around here. Our son is with us. We finally got him back he was living away through lockdown all last year. And we got him back. So we know he's okay. We're grateful to have him with us. Although he's grown, he's an adult, but it's still, once you're a parent, you're always a parent.
That's very true. Yes. Only their ages changed, but you're still a parent. Yep.
Yeah, I answered your question. Well, we'll see how things go. I've been asked to do some shows around LA, which is where I'm based. But I've been vaxxed up and boosted and all that. It's just, other people. I may do some shows in spring, and we're going to do some live streams. So I'll post all that on Facebook, Marcella Detroit, or M Detroit on Facebook. But yeah, I hope I hope people, authorities, whatever, can get a handle on this so we can all get back to business properly.
And would you like to remind listeners of your website address so that they can purchase the album?
Yeah. I mean, people can go on the website, marcelladetroit.rocks, and they can hear the album. You can even buy it there, but it's also on all digital platforms now. It's on Spotify. It's on Apple Music, iTunes, wherever good music can be heard. But yeah, it's there, but no more. We're not going to do any more physical CDs. That was a one-off, and those are collectibles right now. And we'll see what the future brings. But for now, everything's digital, and people can hear it everywhere.
That's great, Marcella. And I'd like to thank you for joining us again here on AJ on Your Radio. A pleasure to talk to you as always.
And to you, Alan, always a pleasure.
And we'll go out with the title track of the album, Gold. Marcella Detroit, thank you.
Thank you, Alan. Take care. And Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to you.
Just washed upon the sand. When we touched, it felt like diamonds in our hands. And now the currency paves our way, gets us through our darkest days. And it never stops. Every time I look at you, the brilliance fills me up, fills me up. It's you and I are grown. You and I are grown. Lighting up the sky, crazy how it shines. 24 karat, you and I are gold. Such a rarity, even kings and queens are envious of you and me. The more we give, we get, and it multiplies with every touch, with each caress. It cannot be far. World over its song, and it makes us rich. We fill our cups, we drink so don't indulge in it, indulge in it. It's you and I are gold. It's you and I are gold. Oh, lighting up the sky, crazy how it shines. 24 karat, you and I are gold. It's something so precious we share, and it's so hard to find out there. It's something so precious and rare to find it anywhere, anywhere. It's you